Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Patched.
Welcome back, and today we got an interesting one. This is the first on the channel. We have a modded Ultralight Phantom. Now, one of my buddies sent this to me, and he had it. Some of the side buttons were broken and things like that, so we sent it to this guy Arctic Zero, and we're gonna put his link in the description to his Twitter. And he fixed up the side buttons and did a lot of things to it, so we'll get into it. But this is the Finalmouse Ultralight Phantom custom, which is sick.
So we've been playing with it, and just right off the bat for me, it looks like the Modelo, or I guess the Modelo looks like this. Because this was the original design, right?
Yeah. This is original design. It's just been repainted.
Exactly.
Because usually it has like the paint splatter on top with the fan. That's sort of the thing, which is actually a sick look. But I do like the repaint here.
Yeah.
And he wanted it sort of like Team Liquid Edition, so the esports organization, which is sort of white, and then you've got this light blue here. And I actually like how the sidewalls are black instead of being blue or white. I think it would look kind of weird if it was white. So I think he did a good job here, and the painting is nice. It's a matte finish, and he did a really nice job. He even got the little blue.
And also the scroll wheel is blue, like the sides, the plastic part.
The sides of the scroll wheel.
Exactly.
That's cool. So he did a really good job.
There's like no paint on anything else. He did a really good job. One thing I will note though, like, cause I was using it, your hands start to smell like paint. Yeah, after you use it, it starts to smell like paint. But other than that, he did a phenomenal job. Also, this is a custom paracord.
Yeah, custom paracord, and then he 3D printed the stress relief on there, which is dope. This paracord is super loose, which I love.
Yeah.
It's super light. Like this thing, it just goes everywhere.
It's
dude.
Almost too loose,
it's awesome.
Man. Yeah, like it circles up very easily. It's very nice. And also, there's hyperglides on here.
Yeah, and these are like the original Hyperglide brand that's on there. Now this is the Equate mouse pad. It's mainly for control, so it doesn't slide around too well on here.
This mouse pad is so slow.
But I love the Hyperglides on here. They're awesome. They feel really good. He applied them well. Mm-hmm. And also he software flashed the sensor in here to 1000 hertz, because we all know how Finalmouse is with their 500 hertz refresh rate on their mice. And he also tightened the liftoff distance a little bit, which is just, I don't know how to do any of these things, so it's crazy to think that he like sort of went into the mouse here and 3D printed some stuff and like just did all of that. It's crazy.
Exactly.
That's wild.
One thing to note for me though, this mouse is kind of big. I feel like it's a little bit bigger than the Modelo. I felt it not being like horrible or anything, it's just a little bit like unusual or uncomfortable than like what I'm used to, because I main like the FK2 and the Viper Ultimate, and those are a little bit lower as well. I would say maybe just a tad bit lower.
Yeah, I like the arch on there, and it's pretty much dead center where the arch is, and it's kind of reminiscent of my G Pro Wireless a little bit. It's definitely a lower arch than that. But as for the actual dimensions, lengthwise, this guy's 125.5 millimeters. At the arch, so the depth is 39.4 millimeters, and then in the middle across is 61.2 millimeters. So I mean, it's about average dimensions for a gaming mouse. I just feel like it's for me, this is like the perfect length. I have relatively larger hands, and I can palm this really easily. Although when I go into a fingertip grip, the buttons, just the placement of where they are on the mouse makes it a little bit harder for me to reach them with my thumb. So if I was fingertipping this, it'd be a little bit uncomfortable to get the side buttons, but that's really just nitpicking, to be honest.
Yeah, the buttons are phenomenal. They feel very nice. It feels very similar to, or exactly the same as my Ultralight 2. Obviously, this is the original though, so.
Yeah, the buttons, that's one thing. Finalmouse, dude, they always do such a good job on the buttons.
The scroll wheel is very bad though.
Scroll wheel's weird.
Yeah.
The scroll wheel's really weird. It's like loose on there. It like kind of moves around a little bit.
There's no clicks,
but
it's just a smooth scroll wheel.
Yeah, it's
weird.
smooth, and then it just sort of moves around a little bit when you touch it. It's just it's a little weird, but honestly, you can kind of get used to it. It's not a huge deal. I don't really use the scroll wheel a whole lot in games, and it wouldn't really deter me from using it or stop me from using it effectively. Mm-hmm. Just something we noticed. Another thing is the side buttons on this. When my friend sent me the original picture of the mouse, they were like completely busted off of the mouse. And Arctic Zero actually went in and fixed the side buttons, and I can't feel a difference from like just a regular side button on a mouse. It's really nice. The clicks on there are solid. They don't feel any deeper than the other. It just feels like a regular side button, which is, I mean, it's good. He did a really, really good job on this.
Yeah, it's a great mouse, and he did a great job on the custom work. Just not a huge fan of the shape though. It's a little bit bigger than I would like. Let's go over the weight though. How much do you think it weighs?
I'm thinking, I don't know, 80 grams?
80 grams. Interesting.
That's my guess.
Yeah, it is. It's not like super light. Ooh, 72 grams.
72 grams, okay.
Yeah.
So within a reasonable margin of error, I was kind of right.
Exactly, yeah. So it's lighter than my FK2. Yeah. I love my FK2. That's what I use all the time. So it's definitely lighter than that, but it's just a bigger mouse, you know? Or it just feels bigger for some reason.
Yeah, it definitely does, and I don't know, man. I really like this mouse. It's reminiscent. It's like a Model O mixed with a G Pro wireless.
A little bit, yeah.
And I love it. I love the shape and the design. It just fits really well. I think for large hands, people will really, really love this mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely, if you guys have mice that you want to, be made custom like this, hit up Arctic Zero. We'll leave his links in the description because he did a really nice job on this, and what he can do is just it's crazy. It's out of the realm of what I would be able to do on a mouse.
Yeah, like
sure.
Like the insides of this. He probably spray painted it or something, but the insides, like on the sidewall of this like hex shape, is also painted in. There's no spot that's not painted over, you know. So anyways, that's just our little overview of this custom job on this mouse. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.